Karl, I got to start out first with the Senator Corker stuff. You know, they're clearly, you saw Ivanka, they're out there, they're pushing hard for this tax plan. The escalating feud that we are seeing this morning, minute by minute, this is playing out. What do you make of all of that?
First of all, I wonder if both of the men will come to the lunch today with food tasters. It's not just chicken and fish, but it's make certain the food is sound to eat. Look, this is not helpful to the cause. Both men should cool it, because at the end of the day, the president needs to get 50 votes in the Senate out of 52 Republicans to vote for what is going to be a very complicated piece of legislation. To the degree that personalities can be diminished in this and the focus can be kept on the policy, even then it's going to be difficult to do. So don't add layers of complication to this by having a feud going between a significant member of the Senate and the President of the United States. Not helpful. Not helpful.
And you're left wondering, it's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. That lunch is coming up with Senate Republicans. The president will be joining them. You're wondering what that's going to be like.
Yeah, look, there's always a tension between the White House and the Senate. The Senate is the world's most cloistered club. Every one of the members of the Senate thinks they ought to be president. The one thing that helps in that relationship is if the president has laid out a concrete plan, has campaigned for it during the campaign, has spent time selling it to the members of the Senate. And even then, it's acrimonious. You really do have to work the Senate. But the president did not lay out a plan. He laid out a concept. He had a slogan, not a detailed laundry list of things that went into that bill. So we have things like yesterday where there's some talk from, as of yet, unidentified Republican members, House or Senate, talking about curbing a very popular retirement deduction, and the president intervenes. I think wisely. Get rid of that. Let's not talk about that. But he's got to pick the shots that he makes on things like that, and if at all possible, do it more in private than in public. Do it with the people who are actually writing the bill, the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, and his allies on those committees, rather than doing it publicly, because it gets people's hackles up. They're in charge of writing the legislation, happy to hear the president's proposals, but at the end of the day, the House and Senate have to write the bill, and the president has to be comfortable with it. Very complicated.